Good morning. How are you?
Very well. Thank you for taking this time. Let me introduce you first for those that don't know you. This is Jogi Sudnik, and Yogi is the CEO of an iconic gift shop at 2368 Bloor Street West. I believe it was established in 1975, was it, by your mom, Jolanta?
Yeah.
And we'll talk about her in just a moment. But first, listen, I know this is a very emotional time. I know it's a very busy time for you as well. And we're going to talk about that as well. Now, I have a picture of your shop here. Let me hold that up to the camera. Let's get that. So there's your shop there on Bloor Street West. And that, again, has been there forever. It's what a beautiful, I mean, you are, and your mom, you're the best at merchandising. And it's, you really are. I mean, even at the shows and the displays, and when you walk in your store, everything is strategically put. It is just a beautiful shop. And you and I have also spent many years sitting on park benches, but not in a park, at trade shows, right? And talking about business and staffing and customers. You know, there's an old saying, Yogi, that the customer is always right. And I don't know how you feel, but in my 45 years, I have yet to see that to be true.
I agree. I actually was just thinking about that the other day, and I don't think I believe the customer is always right anymore.
No, however, we do have to cater to their every whim. So, Yogi, again, this is an emotional time for you because you are in the midst of closing down this iconic gift shop.
Yes.
Now, is it safe to say it's as a result of COVID?
I would say that it's a combination of things. It definitely doesn't help that our retail store was closed for over 300 days in a year and a quarter, closed to the public, with half of our jewelry being jewelry. About 50% of our sales used to be jewelry. That made a really significant difference in revenue, because just doing curbside pickup wasn't isn't enough. But there's many factors. Landlords want what they want. They're not willing to bend, and I think it's a logical decision. This was, when it comes down to it, this is my mom's baby. The store was my mom's baby. I used to call it my sister when I was younger. Whenever my mom spent a lot of time at the store, I would always, we had discussions about how, she spends more time with the store than with me.
You were, when she opened it up, were you not only 3 months old?
I was, yes.
So in 1970, so that makes you, in my terms, you're still a baby as well.
Yeah. I literally grew up in retail. I grew up, on the counter, as a baby, as a few years old, I would walk up to customers mimicking, I guess, people around me that I saw and say, "Hi, can I help you?" And people, I've had customers coming in over the last few weeks since we announced that we're going to be closing, sharing so many stories about my mom, about their experiences. Some people have been shopping since she opened in 1975. And just remembering me when I was little, walking around. It was a place I went to after school every day. Other kids maybe went home. I went to the store every day after school. That was my home. That's where I had to wait until my mom could take me home, unless I had a babysitter or somebody pick me up. I had sometimes staff would come and pick me up at school. If my mom couldn't leave, I'd be like, "Oh, there's Tracy," or "Oh, there's Liz picking me up," somebody else, other than my mom picking me up from school. But Bloor West Village has always been like my ground zero, which that
original store.
This is the original store. My mom opened it on that corner. At the time that she opened it, my grandparents had a bakery on the same block, Anna's Bakery, which was also iconic for many years. And somebody just a few years ago changed the name to Yanchenko's Bakery, but that had originally been Anna's Bakery, and that was my grandmother, Anna. Yeah. And then about 2 years after my mom opened the store, my Aunt Anka opened her photography studio 2 doors away from the store. So I grew up, I ate, there's a Polish restaurant 2 doors away, Amber. That's where I ate my after school snack and soup every day, or dinner,
I even have a shot of it at nighttime. And like,
Yes.
you must have had, every morning, you must have had to wipe off all the nose prints and fingerprints off the window.
What? It's, window cleaning is the amount of cleaning that we've done in that store over the years to keep it. Our windows, my mom had an experience once where a bus pulled up in front of the store and tourists came out with cameras to take pictures of the store. And when she went out to ask what was happening, it was a tourist group, and one of their stops was at our store. And people were there to take pictures of these like window displays, which was incredible.
Yes.
My mom had won, industry, like in the housewares industry, some awards where, Bodum, I think we did like a contest for a Bodum window, and she, my mom, she used to go all out like with everything, 110% or not at all.
Your mom was so well known, again, in the gift industry, and she was loved by everybody. She was just one of those hardworking gals that put blood, sweat, and tears into the shop.
Yes.
And during good times and bad times, she always had a smile on her face.
Always, even even when she was diagnosed with cancer, in 2011, I guess. She still, even though things were tough, and, she just, she attacked that head on, and what they thought was going to be a few months,
Years ago, before I used to sit on park benches with you, I would sit on a park bench with your mom.
That's right. Yeah. She would tell me stories. That was, before there was a period of time where I kind of had left the retail world to try something else. And of course, it dragged me back in, because I can't live without sales and retail and wholesale, I guess. It's just where my energy and my love is. And my mom used to tell me stories of it. You guys would be the first two, I think, every day at the shows. That my mom was an early bird. She used to be at the store or at a show at 6 in the morning or something.
Yeah, bright and early.
Yeah, bright and early. So yeah, and people, it's been wonderful. It's been definitely heart-wrenching, every single day, 500 times a day, people telling me about how sad they are. Some people are like, how can you do this to me? I'm like, it's,
How can you do this to them?
Yeah, I've had people crying. I've had people crying in the store. Customers have cried. People, have shared stories. But it's the right decision, and it's the logical one. And I have to remember that I have to, as emotional as it is, and it will be and continue to be, it's definitely the right direction. I look at my mom's picture every day. We have it hanging in the store. And I say good morning to her every day, and good night when I'm leaving. And I look at those smiling eyes, and I know in my gut and in my heart that it's the right decision.
Yes. Well, listen, even with the closing out, I went online and I found this picture.
Yes.
Even your closing out sale sign is better than most people's opening up sign.
Yeah. We have a really good sign guy.
Well, yeah. It's class all the way from beginning, middle, and end. Yes. It's been a class act. And that's the way to, if you're going to go, you go out with a bang.
That's right.
And you've got some great sales going on at the store.
Oh, big time. I'm actually bringing in more inventory because it's been that busy. We just can't seem to keep up. Our people are lining up every day since we announced and since we were allowed to reopen.
Yes.
On June 11th, I believe. So literally a month. It has been lineups every day. My neighbors, restaurants and little grocery stores are like, the lineups do not cease even during rainy days, thunder and lightning. People are waiting to get into Jolanta Interiors. They want to buy that one piece of jewelry, a memorable thing, or like a piece of Alessi or something to remember, for their last thing that they bought at Jolanta Interiors. So yeah, I brought in more jewelry.
I'm going to make a point of coming down and seeing you at the store.
I'd love to see you.
We will certainly talk before then. So tell us where the address is and what people can expect when they walk in the store.
So our address is 2368 Bloor Street West. We're 2 blocks east of Jane, right at the corner of Bloor and Willard. And so you can't miss it, because I think you'll see a lineup. You'll want to know what's happening. There's parking all around, left, right, and center. There's parking lots. There's parking on the street. And, you know, we still have lots, and I have somebody dropping off inventory today. This week, I've been pricing jewelry till midnight every day for about 3 days in a row to bring into the store in the morning. So we have lots of new stuff coming in still. So.
And your hours of operation and days?
So we are open daily. We are there from 9:30 to 6, and on Saturdays we're 9 to 6, and Sundays it's 10 to 5. So those are our hours, 7 days a week.
7 days a week. You know, Yogi, I know you're very busy and you got to get the store open for today.
Yes.
So thank you so much for taking the time today. And
thank you.
And you and I will always keep in touch.
Absolutely. Thank goodness for the ability of social media and telephones.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice talking to you this morning. Thanks, Yogi.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Bye.